New data shows COVID school closures caused significant damage for our kids, leading to a big drop in reading and math testing scores. The National Assessment for Education Progress, those are the tools that measure student progress in the country, they show the steepest declines in math ever recorded. Meanwhile, kids at Catholic schools saw almost no drops in test scores. To discuss, joining us now is the Senior Fellow at the American Federation for Children and Executive Director at the Educational Freedom Institute, Dr. Corey DeAngelis. Dr. Corey, thank you for being here. You tweeted about this new Stanford analysis that showed the average district that was remote all year during the 2020-2021 season had an achievement loss of 0.41 grade equivalents. Break this down for me. What does that mean?
Yeah, they basically found that the places that had the schools closed longer within a state had much larger learning losses. In math, it was about 41% of a grade level larger in learning loss relative to places that were fully in person. And we found this with data all throughout the pandemic. We had studies from McKinsey and Company and other researchers as well, finding that the places that were closed in the schools longer had bigger learning losses. There were also mental and social losses to the students as well. And look, yes, the bright spot here is that Catholic schools, which were mostly reopened in person the entire time, they did a lot better. In fourth grade math scores, for example, the Catholic schools didn't lose any ground at all academically, and the public schools nationwide lost about 5 points. In fact, if the Catholic schools were their own state, they'd be the #1 state in the nation's report card results in math and reading. So the Catholic schools blew it out of the water. They were open in person. And you can really thank the teachers unions for pushing to keep the schools closed. They even lobbied the CDC to keep kids out of the classroom, to hold children's education hostage, to secure multiple multi-billion-dollar ransom payments from the federal government.
Yeah, you know, I just remember when former President Trump, probably in about June or July, said, we got to get kids back in school, he was met with a barrage of criticism. He was called by Democrats and by the left-wing media. They said he wants to kill your children. I mean, literally, that's what they were saying. And as a consequence, many kids were out for an entire year, to say nothing about all of the masking and other things that cut against the educational environment. So now, Dr. Fauci and other officials seem to have amnesia about extended school closings. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz faced backlash for a statement he made this week about him closing schools. Take a listen to this.
Just to be clear, over 80% of our students miss less than 10 days of in-class learning.
Now, of course, that was a lie. Schools in Minnesota were closed for fully half of that entire school year. A little revisionist history going on here, Corey.
Look, I mean, you saw this in the final gubernatorial debate in Michigan as well. Governor Whitmer had the schools closed for a long time. In 2022, the Flint, Michigan schools were closed indefinitely. Detroit public schools were closing. In 2022, 2 weeks to slow the spread turned into 2 years to flatten a generation of kids. But this makes sense for the Democrats to try to distance themselves from the school closures because we've seen so much harm happening. Yeah. But the problem is, for them, that parents know better. They're going to remember what happened to their kids and who kept their children out of the classroom, and they're going to hold these politicians accountable at the ballot box on November 8th. These parents are pushing back all across the country.
Corey, I know you're going to be happy about this. The test scores are in the tank, but don't worry. Kamala Harris to the rescue. Watch.
Here's the thing. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus? Right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus, right? Just, there's something about and most of us, many of us went to school on the yellow school bus, right?
I think this week she's going to do an event where she stands next to a train and says, look at the choo-choo, everybody. Corey, this is $1 billion program for electric school buses. This is somehow going to solve the problem that we have in education. What would you do with $1 billion for education in America?
I mean, give it directly to the families. Education funding is supposed to be meant for educating children, not for propping up and protecting a particular institution. The funding for COVID relief, most of that hasn't even been spent yet. 93% of the funding from the American Rescue Plan hasn't even been spent. The public schools don't even know what to do with it. They have so much money. Give it to the parents. Let them pay for private school tuition if they want. I mean, look, if we had school choice over the past couple of years, the public schools wouldn't have been closed as long because competition is a rising tide that lifts all boats. And in fact, there was a study last year by Michael Hartney and Leslie Finger finding that places with more Catholic schools in the area, the public schools were more likely to open too, because the public schools understood that families could leave, they could vote with their feet, and then they lose some funding attached to those students. That's how you align the incentives so that the schools have to listen to the families as opposed to the other way around.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there, but very well said. Corey DeAngelis of the American Federation for Children. As always, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tom.